That's eating cookies. How good is that?
Real good cookies.
You're getting trolled by our director. You know you've been in the studio for over 8 hours when the director just says you're back from commercial, mid-commercial, to show Matt eating cookies. What do you got over there? Some insomnia cookie action. I mean, if you're ever wondering why you might want to move to New York City, you can order cookies, hot, warm cookies at midnight. Boom. Enjoying it.
It's good cookies.
Yeah, dip that in your guacamole. You're having a full party over there. I got the solo cast, Matt. Don't worry about it. Here we go.
I think I'm dying. I think I clogged artery.
Game number 4, chocolate all over Matt's tongue as we go to comeback uplink. OpTic Gaming on the ropes. Needs to go big here in this 4th game. Let's start things off with the OpTic squad. We got Formal, Crim6, and Nadeshot logging in. On the other side, expect to see this JustUs lineup. Now,
it's a lot of people on one team.
Last 2 games, we should say JustUs was probably hosting. So this is OpTic's host once again. Look for the comeback to start here.
Yeah, I think that last game somebody said it was OpTic's host. I think I saw somebody in the chat say that.
I don't trust the chat.
Yeah, I mean, usually some of the stuff you read in chat.
I trust the invites, and Slack was sending me the invites for those last 2.
I mean, you go into chats,
and Formal sent me an invite for this one.
I mean, you go into chats on streams and they tell you crazy things. They tell you, people are like in jail and stuff, and it's not true.
Yeah, they're talking about each other's mom right now, and that's not nice, guys. Be nice to each other's moms. So off the break, you can see just kind of a battle for middle control. Moch is going to lock down that window building. So here we have Nadeshot kind of watching the flank, and unfortunately, it's not going to pay off. What they got to be careful of is that first score coming in. You can see 2 players backing up. You got Crim on top of the roof. Formal is going to go for the new grab. And OpTic already on the back foot. Scumpy desperately trying to get that one out before cleaned up from the back end. He's going to get one, but still multiple JustUs players inside the OpTic base here, and they've got the ball once again.
Yeah, and I think, OpTic needs to do a better job of controlling where the ball pops up. I think that's one of the most important things. Formal just hits Classic in the back of the head. He's like, dude, you're looking the wrong way. And he is going to move this ball into the glass room. This is actually a great spot. You can jump through and pass it through the windows.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Formal just waiting for his team to get in position. We're watching that minimap to see if that's going to happen. Does he go for the 1-point throw here? It looks like that's what he's thinking about. Was waiting on the pass. Not going to pay off. 2 players fall with the ball down still. It's going to be up to Nadeshot. Nadeshot could force this through, but the ball is tossed out. Heads up defensive play there by Mochilla.
Yeah, smart play right there from Mochilla. Earlier when we were casting, it was a OpTic match on an uplink. Yeah, they weren't passing the ball. They just weren't really moving the ball up the map. They were just trying to go in one by one. We saw Crim, he was trying to do like kind of Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson thing where he just ran with the ball. He wasn't passing the ball, didn't look at any of his teammates. And I don't think that works in uplink. I think, best way is to kind of keep it moving. Right, keep the ball moving. That's what your dad told you when you coached your little CYO basketball team when you were a kid. You move the ball around, it works for everybody. It works here too.
Keep passing.
Pass the ball.
Pass it to the bad kid. They'll get better.
If you're in that situation right now, the bad kid never gets better.
He doesn't.
You passing the ball, you just get angrier because you can't catch it.
Yeah. Be nice to the bad kid, though. He might be rich one day. On your screen, we got Crim6 trying to take map control again. This has been a fight for kind of spawn presence, and OpTic has not been able to shut down that left side of the map quite yet. You're going to see the first goal coming through. That uplink scored by JustUs, and let's see who put it on the board. It was Classic with the 1-point toss.
They have some interesting spots, this JustUs team. When we were watching them earlier in this map, Mochilla, I believe he banked a throw off the wall.
Blue.
He banked the throw off the right-hand wall, and just went straight in, and right there, get a 2-point score. That's absolutely huge.
And you can see Scumpy just has no idea who's in his base, and even though he's clueless, he just massacres everything. So Moch and Slack down. There is number 3 in Scumpy's way. I mean, we talked about this. Scumpy might not always be in the best position, but he gives himself the best position with his reaction time.
Yeah, no, I mean, there are some times where Scump goes into a situation, and I mean, just from me looking at it, I'm like, oh man, why would anybody go there? And he just somehow he gets his way out of it. He's just so talented, just so much raw skill, it makes up for it.
Krim on your screen now, trying to control green, pushing around. Now, the real issue here is you can see exactly that. As Krim had won the fight for control on the right side of the map, he gives up way too much room on the left side, and that's another easy score. So 3 points already, or 3 possessions already being scored, 2 of those being tosses. The second one was a jump in. So a 4-0 lead. OpTic down big, and remember, they're down 2 games, so they must win this to force a final S&D. Big kills from Nadeshot. Does the point go through? Finally, we see the 2-point dunk.
Yeah, you know, right there, that was a perfect setup. You know, Nade was on top of this yellow base, and he was just clearing it out, and one of his teammates just ran in, dunked the ball. I mean, they could have easily passed Nade the ball, and he could have jumped it in, and then they could have gotten set up faster, but you know, that's something that I think they'll kind of figure out as time goes along with Blitz. Right. I mean, uplink.
Yeah, this new game with that has objectives
like
and stuff.
people just running portals and stuff, yeah.
Portals and resets. 2-4 at the moment, so just a 1-possession game. OpTic being able to bring it back, and you can see it actually controlled kind of the momentum. Here's a 1-point score opportunity for Formal. Before he can hit that R trigger, he's cut down from the side. Big defensive stand by JustUs in the final moments as OpTic was knocking at the door.
Yeah, you know, OpTic was right there. I mean, they started to turn it up a little bit towards the end of that game, but it's something that, you know, we kind of saw last week from them on CTF. You need to play better throughout the entire series. You can't just kind of expect to keep it close and then turn it on the last 2 minutes and go huge and win. You need to, you know, play a complete game throughout the entire match.
All right, chat, let's be nice, everybody. Here we
Oh,
go.
the chat's
side number 2. They're getting all feisty.
Yeah, I mean, they're partying up in there.
2-4 OpTic, like we said, just 1 possession. All you need is to jump it through, and we have an even score. What they can't afford, though, is losing control of their base. And one of the biggest ways this map can get out of hand is if you have a player who just, you can't get off top yellow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they can, JustUs has a player top yellow, and that'll be huge for them. They have a player that goes in and gets a 2-point cap. You want to jump on with JustUs for a little bit? They're bringing the thunder.
Let's see if this point goes through for OpTic, and then we'll hop right over. 2-6, now a 2-possession score. Krim and Nade cannot force that one through, and it looks like Scumpy, last man up, is going to have his hands full.
Yeah, you know, right there, they're going to reset the ball, it looks like, and it's going to go back towards that starting standpoint. You see Enable. He is able to control his own spawn, and he is able to control, you know, the movement of the ball from there. You know, it's a game of kind of yards. You know, if you can throw the ball up the map and keep it moving, something we see OpTic do is they just keep bringing the uplink more towards their own base sometimes, and you know, that's not the right way to go.
Slack trying to get here on defense. OpTic threatening. Yeah. Ball is down. And here we have one more player to stop. Cannot happen in time. Moch is going to watch that one go through as he cleans up Formal right after the score. 6-3. So it's still a 2-possession game. JustUs with a healthy lead, but not one they can be comfortable with quite yet.
Oh, no. I mean, you can score pretty fast in uplink. If you get a good spawn trap going, you can put, you know, 4-6 points on the board pretty quick.
Grenades coming in all over the uplink. You have Enable set up to grab this. No teammates in front of him, though. So if Enable does get the grab, it's going to be all up to him to score. Not going to happen. Back at the base, Classic doing a nice job keeping his roof clear. The opponent does have the ball. Moving up through bottom middle. Classic hit with the stun grenade. Where did that ball go? It looks like it doubled back, and we're going to see it back in the hands now of JustUs. Ball player trying to stay alive. Slack can't cover him. Enable goes down. Here comes OpTic. 4 dead. OpTic's going to score the 2-pointer. There you see him jumping in on the right side of Mochilla's screen. 6-5. OpTic's back in the action. Yeah,
and you know, this is what we were talking about. OpTic turns it on these second half of games. If they can just put it together in the first half, they will never have a problem. But you know, right now, all these games that they're playing, they're coming down to the wire because you know, they really just don't put that pressure on that they're capable of until the end.
Uh-oh. Nice stop at the goal line. Classic here trying to dip it out.
Yeah, he's just throwing that thing out of there.
And we're going back over to OpTic. OpTic has all the momentum. You see Krim waiting for a teammate to get into passing position. He goes for the Despy toss. Doesn't aim high enough. And that one not going to go through. Scump and Nadeshot all over the base, though, continuing to add to that kill feed. OpTic Gaming really taking charge of the slaying portion of this game. However, everyone pushed up and the ball back at home. Last man to stop it was Krim. Big kill there.
Yeah, and you know, they are putting tons of pressure like you were saying, Puck. It looked like Krim was going to try and go for the throw right there from that plat. Nope. with 2 minutes to go, they still have a ton of time. They can get the uplink, and they can just hold on to it, and, you know, they can form a good push. You don't have to just get it and just run like a maniac in there. Looks like Formal, he's going to try and go for a toss. Does not work out for him, so still a 1-point game.
Now, has anyone tested that? I feel like they have purposely placed that wall just far enough from the capture to where it's going to land short. But either way,
you might be able to get it from there. I saw somebody try earlier, and he threw it. It hit the wall, and then it came back, and he just caught it again.
And there is a nice capture. 7-6. OpTic with the 2-point conversion has taken the lead in the last minute and 8 seconds. Mr. X, this is exactly what we talked about. OpTic down early with the last minute comebacks. Can they clutch it once again?
Yeah, you know, they're going to need to come up with some big kills and hold on right here. You see Scump, he's going to be pushing up this middle of the map. He's going to get one right here on the right-hand side, but it looks like JustUs, they've moved the uplink pretty far. You see Slack, he's going to get 2 kills of his own. So right now, this is a huge kill for Formal. He is going to be stunned, and I think the carrier got by him, and there's another player there, and he is going to be taken out. Nade shot alone in the base. Actually, there's one other player there with him. It is Krim, and it doesn't look like he's able to get play ball, and that is not good for OpTic Gaming, Puckett.
Oh my goodness, this uplink is so close to their base. OpTic, big kills from Scumpy. The 2-piece is real. Scumpy's going to get the play ball. That's going to reset it. 16 seconds left. Can they hold off this JustUs squad? It looks like they have it all. All they need to do is keep their roof clear. Nade's coming from the left. Scumpy's going to cut off the player who's set up to score, and that should do it. Formal and Scumpy locking it down on the right side. Crim6 in the kill feed as well, and OpTic Gaming stays alive. 7-6 here in Game 4.
Huge comeback in that second half for OpTic. I mean, you know, they were down pretty much the entire game. No, 3 minutes to go, though. They really turned it on. You see Krim right there in your final kill cam. That big swing right to the face of the player from JustUs. You see Formal, he turned it on a little bit. So did Scump as well. You know, just a phenomenal second half from them. You know, they got all of their uplinks, Scump and Formal.
Man, OpTic with that 1-point lead, I was so nervous for them because that's a one possession where if you just boost it through, this game is over. You lose by 1, a heartbreaker.
Yeah, no, that would have been a bad way for them to lose this tournament. But now we have our first Game 5 of the night. I mean, we've been kind of waiting for one to go the distance all day. I mean, we had that one Fear against ON game that went map 3. Wasn't a close map 3, so hopefully we get a good game here in map 5.
All right, guys, here's a look at the stats one final time as we head to commercial break.